start in any comfortable seated position and just feeling the ground beneath your body. So I like to just sit just on the edge of my blanket, or cushion, so that I can really feel the seat bones snuggling down and the support of the seat bones. And then we can lengthen up along the spine and really feeling the sort of structure of the body. So feeling the rib cage extending upward away from the pelvis, allowing for that length through the lower back. And extending up through the crown of the head. And then often when we do this, especially in the morning, you might find that sort of all of the muscles are gripping to help hold you here. So just notice and see if we can keep that length all up the spine, but let the shoulders and the sort of muscular system relax down, almost like if you imagine a sort of dress on a hanger or a top on a hanger, it's just draping down over that supportive coat hanger, which is sort of like our skeleton. So we're lengthening up and we're just letting the muscles release down, the shoulders relax down. Notice where you're gripping in the body, and just let the spine support you in the length. And then let's start to breathe into the belly. Do some abdominal breathing. So as you breathe in, feel the abdomen expand. And as you breathe out, draw the belly in. Just let the belly be soft. As we exhale, breath out. And let there be a little bit of movement in the belly. It can be soft as we breathe in and out. Gentle expansion on the inhalation. Gentle contraction on the exhale. Let's take a few more breaths like this. And then see if we can start to lengthen the exhalation a little more. Really exhaling breath out. A little longer. A little slower. And then we can work into a little bit of yogic breathing now. We can breathe into the belly. And then up into the rib cage. Last sip of air into the chest. And then as you exhale, soften the chest. Soften the ribs. Draw the belly into the spine. Now full yogic breath. So breathing into the belly. Then feel the ribs expand. Last sip of air, that last sip up toward the collarbones before exhaling the breath all the way out, softening the chest, ribs, and then the belly. Slow breath. Notice if there's any gripping through the shoulders and the arms, and on the exhalation, just Feel the body relax a little bit. On the inhalation, find that length along the spine. And on the exhalation, let the shoulders release down, back. Ground it down through the seat. And we can focus on the inhalation of the awareness moving up the spine. And the exhalation, the awareness moving down the spine. Slowly breathing in and out. And as we breathe in, we can also imagine breathing in positivity for this new moment, this new day. Feeling the energy of this moment, the present awareness in your body, in your breath, in your energy. And as you exhale, just feel a sense of letting go of the past. Letting go of any tension, any worries. And as you breathe in, breathing into this very moment, that present awareness, connection with self. And as you exhale, get a sense of letting go of what is out of our control. Allowing ourselves to sort of flow. And just continue with this full yogic breathing. And we can almost imagine that we sort of have these swinging doors open as we move through our practice and through our day. Sometimes when we sort of grip and we can close ourselves off a bit, we can sort of have like a vaulted door. And we can walk around, sort of tense or frustrated, or even just through parts of our day or in conversations with people. We can imagine instead this sort of easy breezy, these swinging doors that are just allowing things in and allowing things out. We're also allowing in the love and the support and all of those things. We're welcoming them in, and we're also sending things outward. And we can imagine this as well through the practice. And there's a sort of flowing in and out. And we're not restricting ourselves or controlling. So as we exhale, and there's that sense of sort of surrendering and letting go, there's also a sense of then welcoming in of the allowing for the inhalation, allowing things to flow in. And on the exhalation, the sense of allowing things to flow out into the world. On the inhalation, the sense of flowing in. And the exhalation flowing out. And we're allowing for that feeling of sort of softening in the body. And we can even feel the breath move in the body. We can allow that moving in and out of the breath. When we become sort of rigid and tense, there can be more holding and the breath can't flow. So allow the breath, allow that movement of the spine. Feel the breath as it flows up, that lengthening of the spine. Feel the breath as it flows down. I'm just going to take a few more breaths here. And then we can relax the body and just let your breath return to its natural state. And then we can relax the body and we can just start to get a movement in the hands, and we can stretch the leg out. Oh, we can circle our ankles around, get a bit of movement into your ankles. And then let's go in the other direction too. Good. Now we're going to lie down on the space. We're going to come to lie down on the ground. And just draw the knees into the chest to begin with. Give yourself a little hug as you draw the knees in toward your body. Feel the length along the spine. Take a few more breaths. And you can circle the ankles around one way and the other way. And then let's lower the feet onto the ground, pull the feet out toward the edges of the mat, and we'll do that gentle spinal twist, the window washing of the legs. The arms can come out to the sides of the shoulder height, or you to lace the hands behind the back of the head. Inhale to center, exhale, let's lower the knees over to the right, keeping the feet sort of glued where they are. You can look out over the opposite shoulder. And then inhaling, coming back to center, and then exhaling the opposite way. And we'll continue with the breath. We're going to do 4 more on each side. We're just flowing through that movement gently with the breath. And remember that sense of sort of letting go on the exhalation, softening through the body. Letting go of any gripping. Feeling the body sinking down into the ground. And we can finish the last round. And then we can come back to center, and let's stretch our legs out along the line of the mat. And let's put our thumbs onto the edges of the buttocks, take the palms down onto the round side of the body and flex the feet. And then inhale to raise the right leg up toward the ceiling. And then slowly exhale that leg down. And we'll do another 5 with the right leg. Inhaling as we lift. And exhaling as we lower. Well done. And then once you've completed the right leg, let's swap over to the left. We're doing 6 rounds with the left leg now. Inhaling, lifting, and exhale, slowly lower down. And once you've completed that, we can raise the right leg again and start to do circles around. So we can circle around the right leg. And if it feels a bit strong, you can always bend the knee instead. and do circles with the knee. We're doing 5 or 6 in each direction. Feeling through that movement. With the breath, the mind might start to wander, so you can always close the eyes as you do this. Remember the swinging doors, the flowing in and out. Letting the breath move in and out as well. Once you've completed the right leg, we'll do the same with the left. Come back to the awareness of the breath. Inhaling as the foot comes toward the head, exhaling the knee away. And you can go in the other direction. And then you can release the left leg down. Once you've completed that, release your arms. And just take a few breaths here, relaxing your body. And if you have your belt handy, you're going to grab a belt and then just put it across the right foot. And just stretch that right foot now up toward the ceiling. The left leg can either be bent or extended. And then there's a little bit of an internal rotation. So the toes are turning in just a fraction. And we're extending up through the heel of the foot. See if we can feel into the calf muscle a little bit more by drawing the toes toward us and extending up through the heel. Taking some long breaths here. With the exhalation, feeling the back of the body release to the ground. Close the eyes and we'll take 4 or 5 more breaths. Let's slow the breathing down a little more. Well done. And then let's take both of the belts in the right hand, lift them out to the side. We can open that leg out wide. And then we're going to breathe here, extending out through the heel of the foot. Slowing the breath down. Feel into the belly. As you exhale, feel the back of the body release to the ground. On your inhalation, come back up to center with the right leg. And then take the belts in the left hand, the right one out to the side. And we're going to guide the leg across the body just gently. It can be quite strong. So just see how you go. Breathing here. If it's too strong, just bring the leg back a little bit or away from the body. Remember the sort of swinging doors in and out with the breath, the energy, and letting go of any holding or tension with the exhalation. Let the breath move the body. Well done. Coming back up to center. Let's release the right leg down and just take a couple of breaths here before we move to the other side. Beautiful. Let's take the belt now across our left foot and we'll do the other side. Extending up through the heel of the foot, draw the toes down towards you. Let the shoulders release down toward the ground and find length on the back of the left leg. As you close the eyes, if it's comfortable for you to do that, feel the back of your body on the ground. And imagine still breathing up and down the spine. Close your eyes and take the awareness into the breath. And then let's take the belt now into the left hand. We're going to open the neck wide, the right arm can come out to the side too. And extend that leg open. And breathe here. So first we're going out wide. Joey, if you haven't done that already, maybe yeah. If you did that on the other side, we'll do the same on this side, yes, and then we'll switch it the other way in a minute. So breathing here. Feel that opening across the hips, the thighs. And then coming back up to center, and now we can take the leg across the body, swapping the belts into the other hand, and just gently going across now, easing into it. Feel the back of the body on the ground. And then inhaling, coming back up to center. Let's remove our belt and relax your legs down to the ground. Arms can rest down for a few breaths. Take a long, deep breath up your spine and a slow breath all the way out. And again, long inhalation. And long exhalation. Well done. Let's bend our knees now. We're going to gently roll over onto our tummies and come to a gentle crocodile pose this morning. So we can take the elbows out in front of us and rest our chin into our hands, or take our forehead into our hands. If you're on a hard surface, you could always take a blanket under the pelvis if you need a blanket under you. Stay here for about 6 breaths. And then we'll come down and just rest your palms one on top of the other, and your forehead can rest on your palms, or your cheek could rest on your hands, and just let the body relax here. And now let's stretch our arms straight up in front of us. We're going to do a little shavasana, alternating arms and legs with the breath. So when you're ready, we'll inhale, raise the right arm and the left leg and reach them away from each other. And on the exhalation, we're lowering down to the ground. And then on our next inhale, we're doing the opposite arm and leg and we're lifting. And on the exhalation, we're lowering down. That's one round. We're going to do another 4 or 5 rounds. So with your breath, inhaling as you lift, using the glute as well, and exhaling as you lower. Continuing with this practice and your breath. And I want you to feel a sense of reaching, almost just as importantly as lifting. We're reaching the arm and the leg. And your final round, you'll finish with your left arm, your right leg. And then you can relax down. You can bring the arms down beside the body if you prefer. And you can stay here or you can turn your head to the opposite side and just rest your cheek or your ear onto your mat. Let the shoulders relax down. Feel the breath in the body. And then we can lift our head, take our hands either side of the rib cage and press ourselves up, come into child pose. So now we can take the buttocks to the heels. We can either rest the forearms onto the ground or we can reach the hands forward. And then just getting that beautiful length down the spine. We're going to take several breaths here, tuning into our body, tuning into our breath. Putting the weight sink down through the seat bone to the heels. Feeling the hands, the arms on the ground, that connection with the earth. Feeling the breath as you breathe in the lower back. And as you breathe out, relaxing down to the ground. And then we can slowly walk our hands gently in toward us. Let's come up onto all fours for a little bit of cat. So you can inhale as we drop the belly down, lift the gaze, and we can exhale as we round through back of the body. Good. And we'll do 6 to 8 more rounds with the breath. And long slowly. Notice if the mind's wandering, and just steer it inward to the breath, letting go of any thought. Just that I am breathing in, and I am breathing out. And then from here we can take our knees nice and wide and sit back on the heels one more time. And you can rest the forearms onto the ground or extend the arms again forward, lengthening along your spine. Breathing into your belly. Let's take 5 or 6 breaths here. And then gently walking our hands back toward our body. Beautiful. To our knees. We can do a few circles here. We can circle the hips around. Here into the hips. And we can go the other direction. And let that sort of luminous smile form on the face. And then let's step our right foot forward. Wherever you can, you can either come into a high lunge, or you can come down a little bit deeper if you wanted to. You can always have the hands on the ground, or we can reach the arms toward the ceiling. And let's take 4 to 6 breaths here. And then we can lower the hands down to the ground, bring that right leg back. And if you want to come up into downward facing dog or child pose, so you can curl the toes under the hips, press back down through the heels, reaching the hips back, draw the shoulders down the back. And feel that length down through the calves and the back of the legs. Nice long breath in, feel that stretch along the spine. And then let's do the opposite side of the lunge. Lower the knees back onto the ground, and you can keep the hands there if you like, or lift up onto the knees, and step the left foot forward. Either staying nice and high or coming down a little bit deeper. Hands could be on the thigh, the ground, or we can reach the arms up. And then let's breathe here. For about 6 breaths. Lengthen the breath. And then lower the hands to the ground. Let's bring our knees back. One more time, spread through the fingers, curl the toes up and press back into down dog, or you can rest in child pose. Breathe into your lift the seat bones nice and high. Draw the shoulders down the back of the body. Feel the under edges of the armpits moving toward the mat. And then lower the knees to the ground. Let's take the buttocks to the heels in sharp pose. And the arms kind of come around the body if you wanted, or you could even make fists. You could stack your fists and rest your forehead onto your top fist. Whatever variation you like. 2 more breaths here. And then let's gently roll up. Take a couple of breaths. And then we're going to make our way up to standing. So we can come up, we're just going to do a few standing poses. We're not going to do too many today. So make your way up when you're ready to. And we can come into Tadasana. The feet can be together or apart. And we can lift and spread through the toes. And reach up with the heart space and feel that length again as the rib cage draws up and away from the pelvis, extending up through the crown of the head. And then let the body soften a little bit as well. We're feeling that internal length, but then the shoulders can release down a little bit. The belly can soften a little bit. There's still support, but we're not tensing into the body. And we let the breath flow as you breathe in, let the spine lengthen and open. Let the ribs broaden and expand. As you exhale, keep that length, feel the feet in the ground, let the body release down, the tension soften. Take a few breaths here, allowing for that movement. And if I was there, nice and close to you, I'd see the expansion and contraction, just very subtly up the spine. I see the spine almost move and lengthen. The rib cage expanding and contracting. And then we can relax the body a little bit. Let's raise the right arm up, reach toward the ceiling as much as you can, and a gentle side stretch. And we're hugging up a little through the pelvic floor. Feel the legs connect with the ground, feet. And then we can lift up again and release that arm down. And let's go the other way, reaching up toward the sky and hold. And then a little side stretch. And then lift and release that arm down. Let's do one more on each side. Lifting, and we can reach, lengthen and over. And then lifting, release down. And last one, reach. And all the way gently back. Well done. Let's take the feet either sort of a bit wide and back. Step one foot back if you want. You'll probably come just off the mat if you've got your mat, the narrow edge there. You might need to take them off because we're going to come into a little bit of a goddess pose, or turn sideways on your mat. That's the grip. We're going to bend into the knees, come into that sort of a bit of a squat. And we can stay here on the hands and come into the hand. And then breathing here. Let's take 4 to 6 breaths. Follow the breaths in and out. Well done. Let's straighten up our legs. We can take the hands and hips, turn the toes in, and we'll do a forward bend. We can bend forward. Our hands will come to rest on the thighs, the shins, or the ankles. We can let the upper body release now. We can even take hold of the big toes. And make sure the weight is even between the toes and the heels. Just like lift up and spin. As the thigh roots press back. And we'll take a few more breaths here. Good, and we can walk the hands out, maybe to the hips, come up with a straight spine, or if you prefer, you can always walk the feet in first. And then you can roll up the spine or come up however is comfortable. Well done. Now let's turn the right toes out and the left toes in, and we'll do a little bit of trikonasana. So we're going to extend the arms out along the line of the mat, and then reaching towards that right hand, and then we wheel the arms down into triangle pose. And then we'll breathe in. Take your time. And find your steadiness. That's it. And the hand can either rest on the hip or it can reach up toward the sky. Good, lower the hand to the hip, soften that front knee. Let's come all the way up. Well done. And then we'll turn those front toes in, right toes in. We'll turn the left toes out. Reach out with the arms and let's go toward the left now. Reaching across and then wheel the arms down. Into triangle pose. Good. Lower that top hand, soften knee, come all the way up. Well done. Let's turn the left toes in again. Bring both heels in one more time, bending into the knees again in the goddess. Hands will come into the heart. Let's straighten the legs for a moment and then into our goddess. Well done. Let's straighten the legs, hands to the hips, turn the toes in one more time. Let's do one more wide leg forward bend. Bending forward from the hips, hands can come to the thighs. If you've got a bolster or something you wanted to rest your hands onto, you could. Otherwise, let the upper body release forward. Let the upper body be heavy. Feeling that gentle sort of gravitational pull, releasing the upper body down toward the mat. Let the torso be heavy. And then we can lift the head and we can bring the hands to the hips and slowly come up, or we can walk the feet in first. And then we'll bring the legs in and we'll shift to our legs. Beautiful. Let's raise the arms all the way up above the head. Exhaling the hands to the heart. And we'll take a few breaths in. And releasing the arms down. Let's do now Garudasana. We're going to start with Garudasana, eagle legs. We can bring the hands to the hips. We can bend our knees so we are doing a balance. Just see how you go. Focus on the point in front of you. Let's cross the right thigh over the left thigh. You can either take the toes to the ground and support, or we can lift the foot, or maybe even leave it behind the other leg. And we could either stay here, or if you wanted to add the arms, we've got the right leg over, so we're going to take the opposite, the right leg under, the right arm under, sorry, opposite arms to leg. So if you've got the right leg over, you'll take the left arm over. And lift the elbows a little higher, sink nice and deep into the bent knees. And we can release. Well done. Raise the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And release the arms down. Just lift up onto the toes. And lower down. And we'll just do that a couple more times. And then let's go the opposite way. So this time we'll take the left leg over and the right arm over. So the left leg, go over. And then the right arm will be over this time. And we're lifting the elbows a little higher. Focusing on a point. Might be a little bit wobbly, that's okay. And we can gently release. Well done. Have a little shake into your arms and into your legs. And then we'll come down up onto the mat. You can put a little blanket out and just have a belt handy or a equipment to sit on. We're going to take our legs straight out in front of us. Beautiful. We'll bend our right knee and we'll do a spinal twist. We're going to take that foot across the opposite leg and then twisting around to our right. We can lift up along the spine and exhale as we twist. Looking out over the shoulder. Breathing here. And slowly come back to center, releasing that leg down. And we can do the opposite side. Left leg over, this time twisting it around to our left, lifting up along your spine and exhale as you gently twist. Taking the breath into your belly. And let's slowly come back to center. And release that leg. Close off the legs just for a moment now. Take our hands on our shoulders and just do some shoulder circles. We can inhale as we lift the elbows and exhale the elbows. And then let's go in the other direction. Well done. And give the arms a little shake. Yes. Hold of your belt. We're going to do a bit of gomukhasana, which is our cow face. And we can stretch the legs out again. So for this one, we're going to take we're going to bend the right knee and bring our foot across the leg. And we're bringing the foot, drawing the foot a little closer down. It won't obviously be as far as I think the foot further down the thigh. And you can either stay here, or we're going to rock to our side and also bend the other leg back. And if it helps, you can always sit up onto a blanket or even up onto a bolster if you need to. You can keep that leg as it is, or bring that leg back as well in our lengthen, which is the hip opener too. And gradually the feet drawing back a little bit. Then we're going to take the belt into our left hand, and we'll do lengthen arms where we bend the elbow. I always like to just help guide the elbow down, sliding the hand down the back of the body a little bit, and then reaching the other arm around that right arm behind and reaching up the belt as far as we can. And then we want to open a little through the heart. We want to imagine we're reaching across that diagonal from elbow to elbow. The heart is lifting. And then we can close the eyes. Let's take several breaths here. Lengthen the breath. And we can gently release. And you can either stay here or you can walk the hands forward a little bit over if you want. You're quite strong, so it doesn't have to be far. And take a few breaths. And then walk the hands back in. Let's swap the legs the other way. Sometimes I even like to rock back and swivel my legs around and coming to the other side, or whatever way works for you. With the left leg on top. That's it. And then we'll do the other side with the arms. Hold in the right hand. Guide that hand down the back of the body. And then reaching the other arm around and up your belt toward the hand. And then lift and open a little through the heart. And we'll take several breaths here. Long, slow breaths. And we can gently release. If you wanted to do that little hip opener on this side, you can walk the hands forward, edging forward all the way if you want to. And then we can walk our hands gently back. Oh, and unravel our legs. And back out in front of you. We're going to use our back belt before you roll it up. Good. We're going to take it across the toes. And slide the hands toward the body and lift up along the spine, spread through the seat bones. And lift up along the spine and then hinging forward from the hips. Doesn't have to be far. We're going to breathe here, keeping the spine long And remember that allowing the breath to flow, flowing and flowing out. So feel along the spine, let the spine lengthen. The ribs broaden on the inhalation, down the spine on the exhalation. Let the breath flow up and down. And then gently lift all the way back up. And we can remove the belt. We're just going to finish with a little neck stretch before our inversion. So if you wanted to cross the legs, you can, or you can keep them extended. We'll just let the head gently stretch to one side. And lift the head back up to center, and let's go the other way. And then lifting the head back up to center. Just give the ears a little stretch, gently stretching out through the lobes and spreading out through the edges of the ears, up to the top of the ears. Give the jaw a little wiggle. And then just, let's do the neck again one more time, other side. And the other way. Back up to center. And then draw the chin down toward the chest. And then lifting the chin, lengthening up to the ceiling. And lift the head back up to center. And let's do some circles now. Draw the chin and then let's circle the head. We're going to do 6 times in each direction. Drawing circles with the nose, keeping the chin long as we lift. And as the chin comes down, we can lengthen a little up through the back of the neck, back of the head. Keeping the neck nice and long here. Once you finish one direction, going the other way. Once you've finished that, coming back to center, take a few breaths here. And we're going to do now several just rounds of brahmari pranayama. So we can take the fingers gently to rest on the eyes. We can use the thumbs to control, block the ears. And we're breathing in through the nose, and then we're gently coming out through the lips. And we'll do about 6 rounds. So whenever you're ready, we can begin.
And to complete a brahmari, taking a moment to observe how you feel. Now we're going to prepare for our relaxation. So you may want to even rest your legs on the chair or the couch. You may like to take them off the wall. You may like to just lie down in shavasana. And take your time to make yourself comfortable. Check that you are warm enough, that you've got everything that you need. If you've got a little eye pillow or anything like that that you can use. If you're lying in shavasana, you can always take a bolster onto the back of the knees if you wanted to. Now we've got the best part of the practice. And all that movement and energy, opening and tension, the body and releasing barriers, gets to all restore and rejuvenate and replenish and integrate. Into our sort of everyday life. So we can let the body relax however's comfortable. And just feel the body on the ground and the meeting points between your body and the ground. Feel the weight of your body on the ground. Notice any sounds as they arise. Notice any other feeling, sensation, coolness perhaps of the ground or air, or the warmth and softness of your blanket, the warmth of the hair on the head and the sensation of the palms, the hands. And becoming aware of the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out. Without changing your breath in any way, just observe it.
Observing the breath going in and out. And the feeling of relaxation as the body starts to relax even more. You can feel the crown of the head soften. Imagine relaxing the scalp and the forehead muscles relax. Relax the eyebrows and the muscles around your eyes. Relax your nose, the nostrils, and your cheeks soften. Relax the lips and mouth, and the tongue, the upper jaw and the lower jaw. Relax the chin. Let the neck relax. And across the shoulders. Imagine tiny hands sort of massaging the shoulders. Releasing any tension. And then relaxing the upper arm. Relax the elbows. Relax the forearms. Relax the wrists. Relax the hands. And feel the fingers soften one by one. Down to the tips of the fingers. Now relax down the back of the body, the upper back releasing into the ground, the middle back releasing, and the lower back. And the spine soften, the whole spine release, vertebra by vertebra. Make your way down the spine. Relax the chest. Relax the rib cage. And relax the whole abdomen. And the navel soften. Relax the hips. Relax the groin. Feel the thighs relax. And move down your legs. Relaxing the knees. And the back of the knees. Relaxing the calves. Relaxing the ankles. The top of the feet. And the soles of the feet. And relax the toes one by one. Feeling your whole body relax fully. Feeling your whole body relax. In your mind, you can imagine a vast ocean as far as the eyes can see. There might be waves on the surface or white caps. The sea breeze blowing. As you go under the waves, make your way to the calm and peacefulness deep below the surface, into that stillness, into that calm, below the activities on the surface, down into the peacefulness beneath, down into the quiet, to that calm within. And when you're ready, you can slow down again to deepen the breath, to become aware of our body, lying on our yoga mat. And we can start to steer our senses out there. Notice any sounds inside and outside. And to start to bring our awareness back into our body and back into the room. And we can know that there's always this peaceful calm beneath the surface. So that even when we have movement or noise on the outside or disturbances, challenges, we try to sort of remain in that calm, peaceful place within. That's one of the aims of yoga. And sometimes we can remain in this calm, and sometimes we need our yoga practice to help us, or our yoga postures and pranayama to help bring us back into that space and that place within. Take a few breaths, feeling into that beautiful calm within, that connection. And when you feel ready, you can start to get a little bit of movement. And you can slowly stretch out. If you need to take your time, you can. You can always stay there even as we close the practice. Or we can gently make our way up into a seated position. I invite you to join me for our final chant this morning. When you're ready, let's breathe in. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Take your hands into your beautiful hearts if you're not already. Just for a moment of gratitude and connection. Gratitude, the beautiful practice of yoga. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Stay safe. Yeah, remember that beautiful calm within that we can always access. Namaste. Beautiful humans.